How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Wimbledon Career Mode series. And this will be episode number 89 of this series, and it will be season 6 episode 4. And before we do get into anything, I want to thank you guys for all the support you gave on the last episode. We are still currently in negotiations to sign Messi, but it's looking very unlikely that he's going to accept a contract anytime soon. And I'm almost certain that the theory I did have when I was trying to go in for him in the first place is true. That theory being that you can only sign Messi for a certain few big clubs in career mode. Teams like PSG, Real Madrid, Man City, Manchester United, those big teams with big reputation, you can probably sign him for them. Even though you could argue that we won the Premier League last season and we are now a big club, you look at our stadium, I don't think it's programmed into the game that Messi will sign for us, despite the fact that we did so well last season. And that was something that a lot of you guys did highlight in the last episode, and because of that, we're going to be going for someone a little bit different on deadline day. He still is quite a similar player, and you could argue that he probably is better than Messi on career mode. That being Neymar, of course, who is currently playing for PSG. He is 92 overall, and he's looking like a very, very good player. Since we're going to be unable to sign Messi, I think it would be worth going in for a different world-class player. Someone that's probably just as unrealistic to sign as Messi. But I think this guy could be the final piece of the jigsaw puzzle, and we are going to go ahead and make an offer for him. I'm going to make an initial offer for Neymar of £103 million, and hopefully it is accepted. PSG do have a lot of money though, so they're probably not going to want to sell him. But as we go into deadline day, we're going to sim forward and see if it is accepted. Hopefully it is. And there we have it. As we go into deadline day, we do have a transfer offer accepted for Neymar. And now it's on to the most difficult part of the negotiations, trying to get him to accept a contract. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 2-year deal, crucial first team player. And I'm going to offer his base wage to begin with, just to see if he will accept it. That really is the real question as we go into deadline day and we sim forward. Is Neymar easier to sign than Messi? We'll have to find out. Wow, straight away he's accepted a contract, and it looks like we're going to be bringing in Neymar into the club for £103 million. It is a shame that we couldn't get the Messi deal over the line, but we've got the next best thing in signing Neymar. Jesus Christ, what have I done? What have I actually done? We've signed Neymar for £103 million. That is ridiculous. But he will be a very, very good player going into this final season. But we couldn't sign the main target, Messi, which was who I was trying to go in for in the first place. But arguably, we've got the next best thing, being Neymar, and I think he will be a very good player for us. Like I say, I know this transfer is completely ridiculous, and I know I've lost my mind. But it is the final season of this career mode. We want to have a bit of fun. To be honest, I'm surprised myself that I actually got that deal over the line so quickly as well. It took all of the transfer window to try and get Messi to accept his contract. And literally within a couple of hours of deadline day, we've managed to sign Neymar. We do actually have 2 transfer offers though for Hector Villalba, which is quite interesting. But I'm not really too sure I want to sell him anytime soon. He's had a really good start to the season, banging in a few goals. And I think he will be good for us this season. And once again, we do have another transfer offer for a player that I don't want to sell. From Rayo Vallecano for Jordan Obita, but I will be rejecting this one. But now that transfer deadline day is over and the summer window has slammed shut, the total that is spent is £397 million. And you look at the top deals there, Eriksen going to Valencia for £44 million. We've also got Pogba going to Barcelona for £68 million. But the big deal of the window is us, AFC Wimbledon, signing Neymar for £103 million. I've completely lost my mind. I don't know why I've gone through with that deal, but I thought we should have a bit of fun in the final season. I always made that clear. It's good to see that finally teams are spending money in career mode, because over the past few seasons, there really haven't been too many transfers going on, but at least some of the clubs are spending now. Aston Villa spending £45 million there, which is absolutely crazy. Meanwhile, we've gone ahead and trimmed the squad quite a lot by selling a few players. I'm a bit gutted that WRLD didn't come to us, despite the fact that we signed him on a pre-contract, but we've brought in Daniel Bentley, a really good backup goalkeeper. We brought in Will Davis, a much better right back. And of course, we ended up signing Neymar for £103 million, which I do believe is the biggest transfer transfer that I've ever made on career mode to this date. But that will be transfer deadline day over, and now we are going into the first of the month, and we will take a little look at the squad report. Much like Hector Villalba, Julian Draxler has had a very good start to the season, getting 3 goals and 1 assist in 4 Premier League games. He's up to an 84 now, and I've got a feeling he's going to grow even more this season. Neymar is already growing in a couple of his attributes, going up in heading accuracy and long passing. We've got Strandberg, still only 20 years old, but up to an 81 now. We also have a monthly scouting update as well, so we will go ahead and take a little look at this one. We have a lot of players in this scout report this month. A lot of them do look very average, so I will be rejecting most of them. The one standout player in this scout report has to be this guy here, Connor Jones, 28 to 38 overall. What a legend. That's got to be one of the worst youth players I've ever seen. And I think because of that, I'm going to sign him up because I will be interested to see what his overall rating does turn out to be. On a more serious note though, we've got Alex Benning, who does look like a much better youth talent. And he will be the only other player that I will sign up from this scout report. This is quite interesting. Ronaldo says he's going to be leaving Arsenal. At the age of 35, 94 overall. The real question is, where will he go in the transfer window? But we do now have the first game of the episode, and it will be against Liverpool here in the Premier League. And this is the team that we will be going with for this game against Liverpool. It's pretty much the same lineup that I've been going with for the whole season so far. But we've just got one little addition that we're making to the team, being Neymar. He will be playing in the cam position for this game. Having said that though, I think Draxler would be better suited as a cam and Neymar being out wide. We haven't really had the best start to the season really. We're lambering in 14th after 4 games, but there still is time to bring this season back. Looking at the Liverpool lineup for this game though, they've not really made any signings whatsoever in the starting 11, apart from Robert Zieler. The good thing for me though is they've got Alberto Moreno at left back, and you know what a liability he can be. I mean, when James Milner replaces you in the first team at left back, you must be thinking your career's going down the shitter. Not really much of an impact from any of the players so far in this game, let alone Neymar. But we do win the ball back there. And again, we win it back and lose it again. Just stop losing the ball and we might have a chance. Aaron Platt playing this one outside to Neymar. We try and cut inside. Oh, the defender got rinsed there. Let's keep on running with Neymar. Can he get his debut goal for the club? No, he can't. That's an incredible save there by Zieler. Typical FIFA 16 game so far in this one. 0-0 at half-time. 0 chances pretty much, apart from the one shot that we had with Neymar. I'll tell you what as well, FIFA 17 can't be as bad as this, because this is the utmost pinnacle of boring. It really is. Yeah, you see Vestergaard in a foot race with anyone, it's never really going to end well, is it? Oh, I've played him onside there, haven't I? Wow. Wow. How has Danny Ings missed that? He really should have scored that. That was literally an open goal, and he somehow blazes it over the bar. We'll now be Draxler playing this one out wide though. Not really the best ball, but we're going to get there with Villalba. And we'll try and play this one inside. We'll keep running with it because they've not made a challenge, but they have eventually. Villalba gets taken down and we get a penalty. And finally we get some action in this game. It's been a while. They didn't show the replay for some reason. Okay, now they are. That's a bit weird. But it's a poor challenge from Lovren, who thought he could intercept. And now it's going to be Neymar, who will be stepping up for this penalty. He's now our best penalty taker. Can he score to put us 1-0 up in this game? I hope he does, and yes he does. He makes it 1-0, and that's his first goal on his debut. Zieler did go the right way, which did worry me for a second, but we do end up putting it into the back of the net. It's a very good penalty. Henderson intercepts, and it's here to Benteke, who's surely offside, and no he isn't. And Sacco ends up scoring in the 85th minute. You've got to be flipping joking me. How has that even happened? How on earth was he not offside? Oh my god. And of course Sacco scores one of the best goals of his career that he's ever going to score. How on earth did he finish that? I just don't know. Why? Why does this happen to me? How do we draw that game 1-0? It's just ridiculous. We should have won that game. We should have closed it out, and instead we end up drawing and dropping 2 points. I've got a feeling these shots, they just don't add up really. 8 shots, 4 on target for Liverpool. Are you high? The main objective really of this season though is to win the Champions League. So whatever happens this season in the Premier League, we can just say it doesn't really matter, even though I would really like to finish in the top half of the table at least. We do now have the first game though of the Champions League group stage, and this one will be against Basel. And like I've been saying, the most important thing this season is that we do well in the Champions League and hopefully win it. I think we've got a very good opportunity to start things off here against Basel to get a win. We're playing with Neymar up front because Solanke's a bit tired, but apart from that it will be the same lineup. Looking at the other teams that we've got in our group stage, we've got Bayern Munich and also Zenit. So it's not really the easiest group, but I think we've got a chance of progressing. FC Basel certainly have an interesting lineup. They've got quite a few good young players in there, and it could be interesting to see how they do. I'm just hoping that we can actually see out this game if we do end up taking the lead in this one, because in that Liverpool game we really didn't do well defensively. It's now out here for Jack Wolford, cutting inside. We try and play this one off here to Draxler, who does have a shot, and he scores the first goal of the game to make it 1-0. And that's a really good run being made there by Jack Wolford, who then passes it back to Julian Draxler after he fed him through. And already 15 minutes in, we've got our first goal in the Champions League, and we take the lead in this game against Basel. Jack Wolford intercepts again. He's played a very good game so far. And we're going to try and cut this one back. It's spilled by the keeper, and we can't get there from the rebound. Now Jack Wolford having a shot, it's blocked off and Draxler should score, but what an interception. We're going to play this forward once again. Neymar should run and beat the player to the ball, and he does end up winning it back in a good position. We should score this to make it 2-0. Oh my god, how unlucky. We end up hitting the crossbar and we should have scored from that one again. And again, Draxler's just really not getting challenged, and it will be Aaron Platt with the long shot, and what a goal that is with his left foot. He really does have a thunder foot in his locker. You just look at this. We really should have been challenged. It was way too easy for Julian Draxler. And the shot, oh my god, it's just brilliant. A goal and an assist for Draxler. 2-0 in this game. And that will be the final action of the first half. We've had 8 shots in the game in total to Basel's 2. We should get another good opportunity here from this corner. It will be Villalba going for a shot and a good save by the keeper. And in the end, we end up winning this game 2-0, which is a very good result. And on our first game in the Champions League, we've done very well here to get a win. Unfortunately, I will be ending the episode off here, but hopefully you have enjoyed this one. And if you have, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm ending it off early because I want a bit of feedback from you guys. Since we are only prioritising winning the Champions League this season, should we go ahead and sim the league games? I'm thinking what we do is we go ahead and just sim the league games, show the results in the episode, and then only play the big cup games and also the Champions League games as well. Because I can't really be bothered to go through a whole season playing all of these games. It's just going to take way too long, and FIFA 17 is pretty close. And in order to get this series done in time, I feel like we should be doing that. I will have a poll on screen right now though, so if you do want to go ahead and vote on what you think we should do, please feel free to do so. Just click on the eye in the top right corner and vote on the option that you would think would be best. But apart from that guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.